Hi, my name's Dr. Benita Kane, and I'm one of the co-founders of South Asian Heritage Month.
Hi everyone, I'm Rahima Khatun Malik, and I'm a teacher who's helped put this school's toolkit together.
It's competition time. We've done a separate video talking through the toolkit, which is basically themed around Journeys of Empire, which is the South Asian Heritage Month theme for 2022. This video is specifically talk about the school's postcard competition that we all want you to get involved in. And so over to Rahima to talk you through what it is we'll be doing.
So I was having a bit of a think and trying to find an idea, and then I had a brainstorm idea of postcards. Some schools do postcards end of term for thank you and different postcards for achievements. And I thought, how about we have our own South Asian Heritage Month competition, and you can have so many different themes and ideas for your postcard, but essentially it's a really good way to engage with us and showcase what you're doing in your school.
Excellent. And we're going to, so basically the way it'll work is we're going to ask the children to design a postcard, so with the graphic on the front and then something written on the back, and we'll talk through some examples of that in a moment. Just in terms of the practical elements, we thought the easiest way to do this would be to do it via social media. So we want schools to enter on behalf of the school, not on behalf of individual pupils. So postcards can be shared on Twitter via official school comms channels, please, not personal accounts, using the hashtag #SalmSchoolComp and hashtag South Asian Heritage Month. Or if you don't have an official Twitter channel, you can email them to the info@southasianheritage.org.uk. We're going to have panel judges who are going to pick the winners, and the winning design will be announced by Dr. Ranj Singh via our social media channels on the 17th of August. And of course, we will let you know. The winning school will receive signed copies of Kavita Puri's incredible book, Partition Voices, which is coming out in a new edition in time for the 75th anniversary of partition. So that's a really special prize. And the deadline for entries is the 22nd of July. So over to you, Rahima. Let's talk through some examples of what we might want to do.
So I'm not an artist by any means, but I just thought about the different colours used in the flags and just different themes, and I just put something basic together using the PowerPoint pen, and it's just got the distinct sentences of South Asian Heritage Month, the 75th year of partition, and it's such an important year and an important milestone, and then as well as the celebrate, commemorate, educate part from the school, the SAM website. So this is the basic theme. I'm sure the children will do things that are far better than this.
Yeah, and absolutely, there doesn't have to be wording on it if they don't want, does that? It could just all be pictures. And then on the back, depending on what the theme is on the front, just the children writing something about what they've learned or why they feel this topic's important. Okay. Here's more of a theme around South Asian countries.
So just the 8 countries and their positions.
Yeah, and again, I think there's so much scope. There's so much scope with this, with the different countries and the actual map of South Asia, and I love this graphics. This is taken from the Whitworth Art Gallery with permission, but this is showing the site Britain inside South Asia, and it just links you together, because I think one of the real essences of South Asian Heritage Month is the link between South Asia and Britain. So I think that's a great thing to weave into the artwork if possible. And again, maybe some facts about the countries or something surprising the pupils have learned.
And that's where they can showcase just one highlight from what you do in your schools. This is another example. I let Benita talk about this because it's fantastic, but it wasn't something that
I cobbled it together. That's what you're trying to say. So this is kind of, if they wanted a specific postcard theme around partition 75, this is just an example of artwork that I got from the internet. But it shows the flags, but it also shows those borders, and so it kind of represents something a bit more than just the flags. But I've put a ideas link in here, India Partition Art, where there's loads of really good ideas, and there's lots of pictures that depict migration and various other aspects of partition. So I think there's, again, huge scope around the events of 1947 as well.
Oh, this is actually my background on that. So I just from all my grandparents, I've still got my nana, which is my mum's mum, so my maternal grandmother. And I've just put this together using a interactive pen. Again, it's just an idea of, whether you get the chance to type it or have handwritten messages, what it could look like.
Absolutely. I love, Rahima, the way you've personalized this to your Nanu, and you've just talked about the relationship of your own personal story here. And of course, if children aren't of South Asian heritage, they could always interview a neighbor or a family member of a friend, or just imagine they've got a relative who's been through the partition. So I think it doesn't mean you have to have the personal story, but I think it's a nice touch if they do. And finally, we started running out of ideas after this because we're not creatives. But this is one just about thinking about the influences of South Asia on Britain. And one in particular is around how South Asia has influenced the fashion industry in the UK. And there are lots and lots of different kind of textiles and South Asian patterns from all of the different countries of South Asia, actually. And there's plenty of information on the internet about that. I've put one link on here where there's some examples, and the V&A, the Victoria and Albert Museum in London, seems to have done quite a lot on this, and their website's quite good.
And it's not just impact in Britain, it's global. The fashion trade and the factories, and there's so many different aspects to go through on there. Even just a quick idea that I've just thought of now, a postcard with different brands that have factories in South Asia today is just one little example, and people could go through that and try that as well. There's so many ideas you can have for a postcard.
And I didn't know that Paisley, so I think Paisley originally originated in Iran, but then I think it at some point was adopted in South Asia, and I hadn't realized that the print is these print on their palm, and that was the original print, and then it was the East India Company that started importing these materials over to Britain, and then they were seen as quite sort of middle class type garments and things. So the fascinating history there. Again, linking the two together. So I thought that was quite a nice thing. But of course, it's absolutely not limited to the ideas we've given. I'm sure the teachers who are looking at this can think of much better ideas, but just little examples. Okay, so I think that's all we needed to say about the schools competition. I think there was just one more slide, and again, it was just the pupils writing about what they've learned and what's inspired them to make the artwork. Great, so please do get involved. You can submit up to three postcards per school, so please think about doing that. And if you need any more information, just drop us an email on the info@southasianheritage.org.uk.
And definitely use the hashtag as well.
Use the hashtag. Don't forget to use the hashtag. Absolutely, or we won't see it. Okay, thanks very much.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.